MrBeast's allegations have gotten the worst they have ever been. I'm going to be summarizing a Dogpack 404 video that is 30 minutes long. I'm going to try to give you guys it in a digestible format with some topics from what he has said, also including my own takes on things, as well as past things that you might need to know leading up into this story. If you don't know, MrBeast is getting a lot of hate recently. He has been faking videos. He has had some known predators in his team. And now this new bomb that is dropped by Dogpack 404 reveals 3 different cases in which the people that he has chosen to be on his team are just very bad people. Continuing talking about this video, the first thing he opens up with is that he has more. He has more. He is trying to find evidence. He is trying to find situations in which he can share the victim's stories, as well as talking to his lawyers about his non-disclosure agreements that he has been given by Beast, and just a lot of different things that, you know, you got to get covered legally. But the very first thing that he talks about is Beast's current CEO, or CEO before all of these situations have dropped. Real quick, there's going to be a trigger warning for anyone who has gone through any type of assault in any way, really. This is a bad deal. This is not, there's a lot of bad people in this situation, and so I just wanted to make sure if you are sensitive to that situation, make sure to click off or skip around in this video based off of what you can watch and what you can't. The first guy is James Warren. James Warren was in MrBeast's team for a long time. This guy is not a good guy, though. According to Dogpack 404's video, he was working under a real estate agent named Hutchison. This Hutchison guy had publicly threatened his wife. This guy had privately threatened his wife, privately threatened his wife's family with money that he had gotten illegally by attaining it from a woman who thought she was investing in property. She thought she was investing in property. She invested $1.2 million, and this guy basically stole it and just donated it all to himself. He used it all for himself. He used it for things like guns and tactical vests, in which he is threatening his wife's family with. And why do we think James Warren has anything to do with this? Well, because James Warren was at the time his COO. And obviously, if you are the COO of this company that is supposed to be donating or investing in property for people, you would know that this guy is not investing in property. You'd either have to be dirt stupid, or you'd have to be just a terrible person. And so obviously James Warren is involved in that, and he was the CEO or president of MrBeast's company at one point, which is gross. They then fired James Warren, and that's kind of where this LaKoya Hill guy comes in. So LaKoya Hill is somebody who worked in the, let's just say, the guys on camera industry, which is obviously gross. He was working as a producer for MrBeast. And if you're a producer for children's content and you previously worked in the PORN industry, then you are probably not a good person. The PORN industry is known for being a bad industry that takes advantage of people in many different ways. And if this LaKoya Hill was caught up in all of that stuff, it's gross to begin with. But secondary, he privately assaulted his assistant at his time at MrBeast. So he privately assaulted his assistant. And then what does MrBeast do to reprimand him? He moves him to another part of his company called, or another company that is called Unilingo. This organization was in charge of some things that MrBeast didn't want to do at a time, and basically they took over that company, poached its employees, and then brought LaKoya Hill right back into the MrBeast fold. So we got LaKoya Hill that is involved in the MrBeast situations as well. And then another thing that was the final nail in the coffin for me is that MrBeast perpetuates a bro culture. It's I'd like to reference it as. It's common MrBeast culture to talk about people being absolute blatant misogynists, about people, men essaying them. And if they are essayed, they basically get zero repercussions. The assaulter gets zero repercussions for said things. And the reason why is because Jimmy's mother is the lead of HR. Literally, his mother is the lead of HR. So if anything comes back on about Mr. Beast, she's just going to cover that up. She covered it up with money. She covers it up with firing people. She just does everything she possibly can. And this isn't just a Jimmy situation. This is a Jimmy Circle situation. Basically, everyone around Jimmy right now is actively misogynistic. There's multiple times in past videos where Jimmy has publicly exclaimed that he is misogynistic. And I know a lot of those are said to be jokes, but when you're having anything come out about actual real misogyny in your private workplace, those jokes become real now. And when you said it so many times, it's just obvious that it's real. And that extremely becomes evident when later on in the video we talk about Maddie Spadell. Who's Maddie Spadell? That is Jimmy's ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend, who publicly spoke about how she alludes to Mr. Beast, treated her poorly, very poorly. And after treating her poorly, she's had to have months and years of time of therapy just to make her feel better about that situation, which is just gross. I mean, if you've had that much of an impact on people, just think about how much of an impact he's having on people that is not coming to light. And that's somebody that was really close to you. That's somebody that you're supposed to care about, and you're having that bad of an impact. Continuing, though, there's also other situations where he is shown as a misogynist. He has refused people feminine hygiene products while they are going through their times, while they are contestants, which is absolutely disgusting. I wouldn't want to sit in that, and I'm sure that women wouldn't want to as well. He has publicly stated that he doesn't like women, like I talked about before, and on top of that, he has held birth control from women who need it. Whether you like it or not, there's some people that actually need birth control to regulate their cycle, even if it's not for, personally trying to, it's not actually for maybe its intended original use case, but it is actually real medicine that helps people. Continuing, he said in a Rolling Stone article that he is good at lying. That is not a good thing to do, Mr. Beast. Why would you ever say that you are good at lying? That's just gross. Why would you do that? And what you're probably thinking, okay, we're talking about this LaKoya Hill and this James Warren guy as a past situation. What's happening at the current Mr. Beast? Surely he's learned from that. Well, according to Dogpack 404, the new COO and president is named Jeff Hosenberg, and he was the leader of this SoftBank Vision Fund. And that SoftBank Vision Fund is known for having the same damn bro culture that Mr. Beast perpetuated during the entire problem. So we are trying to fix a problem with a problem. My personal take on this is that Mr. Beast clearly has some deeply seated issues in his company, and he needs to fix this right now, and I need to see some type of response from him, because right now, I don't know how Mr. Beast comes back from this. He's come back from things like this before. We have the Ava Tyson situation where his back was fully up against a wall, and somehow he came back from that, but I don't know about this one. I don't think he can come back from this one. Especially when you're focusing towards kids. I don't want a bunch of misogynistic kids running around. That sounds gross and disgusting. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the Mr. Beast situation, and I'm going to probably try to keep updating you guys as much as I possibly can later on in the video. I also want to say Dogpack 404 did turn off monetization. I will not personally be doing that because I'm summarizing this, and also I'm not personally connected to any of this situation. So yeah, you guys have a great day though. See you later.